Hey everybody, 47 here and welcome back to the Arena Productions with Black Myth Wukong. We're gonna make an extra take of this game based on a Journey to the West novel from the 16th century and developed by Game Science. Is it a hit or is it monkey business? We'll find out. Journey to the West, heavily inspired movies, series, video games, and even anime. Dragon Ball is heavily inspired in this novel. And that would be a very big challenge for game science to transmit, to translate all of that to this video game. This is clearly a very faithful adaptation to what the novel presents us, and they present the world in a very array of biomes. Each chapter has a different biome. The first one was a forest that we just saw. The second one is very rocky, very desert like. And what I did enjoy with what they did, they didn't introduce us immediately to an open world. Okay, this game is fairly linear with very, very big areas. And as you progress through the game, you will get bigger and bigger areas. The first chapter, the forest, it's basically a straight line where you can deviate a little bit here or there to fight an extra boss. The sand area is a little bit more open, but you can still manage. But for example, in this part, chapter 3, we are in a mountain, a snowy mountain. And I chose this segment on purpose because, as you can see, it's very linear. And when you get here, this opens up very widely, and then you'll have different roads. And this is one of the first criticisms that I have of the game, which is the lack of a minimap. Because at this moment, for example, this is chapter 4, and this is a mountainous area. I got lost here because I wanted to do a secret area, and I got lost. And even worse, here on chapter 6, this was terrible because on chapter 6 they add a verticality to the game, and the cloud that you can now fly on the cloud, which is when I saw Dragon Ball when I was a kid, was the magic clouds. Of course, that has a proper name, and they added the verticality. And at this part of the game, I fought an enemy by accident and I died because the bosses are a bit hard, not hard as a Souls like, but a bit hard. And I got lost. I literally got lost. I couldn't find that enemy again. I had to go to Google basically to see what was going on because I couldn't find him. But at the end, on the last chapter, they added the verticality. For example, a mini map would have helped a lot. So what really shines in this game is the combat. The combat is one of the best that I've had in a very, very long time. It's very dynamic, it's very fast. You don't parry, which is something that people say this is a Souls-like game, but Souls-like games, you parry a lot. You don't even have a parry ability in this game. I'm doing this fight, which is one of the most famous one, the Tiger Vanguard. I'm doing this in New Game Plus, so I'm gonna be very OP compared when you fight this guy for the first time. I'll have more abilities. There are different ways to fight. You can do different combinations. This is what I do. This is how combat works, at least for me. As you can see, very fast paced. I can use spirits that you collect through the game. I use that one that gives me the ability to have more defense. I just use pluck of money and immobilize so that I swarm the enemy. And of course, since I'm very OP, I'm doing a lot of damage. When you do the game, this fight on the first try, it's not a very good idea to go like this because you'll lose mana very, very fast. But as you understand, you just have to dodge a lot. But that wasn't the best example because I was hit like 4 times there. But like I said, I'm a tanky. I like to have defense because I'm more of a tanky player. I like to get hit a lot, but that's the way I like to play. That's why I'm not good at Souls like, because if you get hit in Souls like, you die a lot. I consider this game to be much easier than Souls like, or maybe it's because the fight is so entertaining that I really want to keep playing and improve. As you can see, these are the The build that I did, you can do different builds. I've seen builds where you one hit KO an enemy. But yeah, this is fight. It's fun, it's addicting, it's very, very fast paced. And it is very rewarding, especially when you do dodges. This game provides you with a lot of upgrade options. To upgrade your character, you need to get sparks. You get sparks by leveling up. And as you can see, you have foundation, staff stances, mysticism, transformation, which will have a very quick look. When it comes to the foundation, you just can improve your stamina, your martial art abilities to unlock new power-ups. In this case, I have this one to put a light attack when you run out of stamina, and of course survival, where you can get more health, stamina, and attack, for example. So very basic when it comes to action RPGs. Then the different stances that I mentioned before when we were fighting Tiger Vanguard, I use the pillar stance a lot. That's what I like to use. But of course, you can always mismatch everything and have your own abilities and own attack and styles. Then mysticism, you'll have free abilities, which is Immobilize, Ring of Fire, and Spellbinder. I love Immobilize, like you saw, just stop and send all the monkeys to attack. Then the last ability that I used on the previous fight, which is Cloud Step, where you become almost invisible, and Rock Solid. So they give you alternatives. They don't force you to stay with the same ability during the full game. Then the transformations, you'll have different types of transformations. For example, I use the transformation of the guy with the fire ability, which, as you can see here, the Red Tides. I use that one, but if you can go with Dark Thunder and use a different transformation, which actually this one's actually kind of OP, Dark Thunder. So you will have a lot of customizable magics that you can use your own way, which makes the game kind of unique to each player. Another way for you to improve your character is to talk to this guy here, which has a very weird Chinese name, which I don't know how to say. It's Shudog, and he looks like a dog. And you can go make medicine, celestial medicines, and you see the item named Mind Core. You will get them as you progress through the game, and you can use them to improve. In this case, I'm gonna go with defense. Stamina. Stamina is low. We're gonna go, and you can level up 9 times, and you will get the upgrade. So we'll just skip this to the clip. After you finish, you will get maximum stamina, and you will see that our stamina bar will rise just a little bit. This is very action-light. That's how you improve your character. And one of the zones that I didn't show you on the first part of the video, you do have a hub area, because as you progress through the game, you will find some animals that will help you, and you then can collect them on the third chapter. Halfway through the third chapter, you can collect them in the hub area, and you just come and meet them. You have the armorer, you have the guy that gives you medicine, and this monkey here sells us items. So very, very action oriented to make the game much, much easier. Black Myth Wukong is a Game of the Year contender. 7 out of 10. My problems with the game: minimap, should have a minimap, frame drops when you see enemies far away or if you're near waterfalls, and when you're fighting enemies, sometimes the camera gets stuck in very, very weird positions, which leads you to die. I'm playing on the PlayStation 5, so I didn't get any problems, but that's my biggest problems with the game. When it comes to positive things, a very friendly learning curve, so new players feel very welcome with this game, and the fighting, like I mentioned before, highly, highly addictive. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Please leave a like, a comment, hit the bell icon, all those good things that make us grow, so you have more news from the Arena Productions. And thank you to Leah the Hatless for helping me doing this review.